Basketball has been a hobby of mine ever since I was around 8 years old. I've always enjoyed playing basketball and watching it. The game of basketball was originally conceived in 1891 by Dr. Naismith in a YMCA center in Massachusetts, USA. The game was created as an athletic distraction to a disruptive group of students, which could also be played indoors during the cold winters of Massachusetts. Naismith also wanted to create a game that relied on skill and accuracy, rather than one that relied on just pure brute strength. Using a soccer ball and two peach baskets, the first ever game of basketball was played on December 21st, 1891, in which dribbling hadn't even been conceived yet. In present day, basketball is the third most popular sport in the world, according to Sports Show, with 2 billion fans worldwide, a ginormous leap from the humble beginnings of the sport. For this small art journey, the resources I made use of are my laptop, Google Scholar, the internet, and trustworthy sources. The kind of questions I asked when pursuing this information were, how can I research this topic, and what aspects are interesting to me? Over this week, I also completed the Academic Integrity Awareness Micro-Credential, as you'll see here, which was all about how to have academic integrity in relation to work at uni, and how to properly reference and have distinguished work. One new thing that I learned from this was, although small, was that paying for someone to write your essay in Australia is actually illegal. Now, this isn't really relevant to any of my research, but I think it is an interesting fact. One element of YouTube that fascinates me are YouTube comments. This is an interesting concept to me because there are thousands and thousands of comments under popular videos, expressing different opinions, ideas, and some even getting into heated debates with each other over the internet without even knowing each other. This came to me as a fascinating aspect of YouTube through my group's audio research project, as we are focusing on participatory culture and how it affects YouTube users and creators. A piece of media that has been important to me over this past week is the manga Jujutsu Kaisen. I recently watched the movie adaptation for one of the volumes last week, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and I had a great time watching it. This series is important to me because it was one of the first series to introduce to me the concept that there are fantastic stories and series that are not Western media, and I need to expand my horizons in terms of consuming media. COVID also kind of reinforced that idea, as it made me reevaluate Western media and its limitations.